Oh, hello guys. It's Monday, like afternoon. I'm now in another city, in Jiangsu province. This is like a fourth tier city here, and it is not very good weather outside. It's a little bit cloudy, but since I have nothing else to do at the moment, so I decided to take the camera and get out and maybe show you how this place which is look like. This is actually very beautiful place, and since it is a very greenish area to live, and you have this like a tall apartment, and but the people here are really nice, and I had several conversations with the neighbors here. People are very friendly actually compared to the mega city like Shanghai, and because in Shanghai, when you talk to your neighbor, nobody has that kind of leisure time to do a free chat with you, because everybody is busy on their own stuffs. And but here I feel the kind of the warmth of the local people, because I'm not always living here, and here's the place that for the holiday. Yeah, so I think look at this place. I'm going to show you, because during the night here it's very beautiful, and over there people set up chairs and desks for the people to have a cup of tea, and yeah, so both of I and Vera, we really love to stay this place, because when you stay in a mega city, got 20-30 millions of people shouting around, annoying, overcrowded. In the big city, you always need a reservation to get those popular trending internet hot restaurant or something. But here you can easily access to any restaurant without a reservation. I mean, except some, of course, maybe you will meet some exceptions, but in the majority of the time, no, you won't. So that's the advantage that you stay in the small cities like this one, because now this place is called Liyang. I think it is supposed to be a fourth tier city, and how in China, how do you categorize or the different tiers of the city? So Beijing, Guangzhou, Shenzhen, Shanghai, maybe Chongqing this time, but I'm not really doubt if Chongqing is the first tier city, and the second tier cities are the capitals of the province. So if you go to Anhui province, maybe Hefei is the capital city. So if you go to Sichuan province, Chengdu is the capital city. And look at this place. It's quite beautiful, right? I mean, in Shanghai, if you want to live in this kind of a very good apartment, you have to pay at least, I think, at least 10 millions of RMB to get one place to stay. Per square meters, if we are talking about per square meter, it will cost you 100,000 for one square meter to live in those rich area and really well organized. Not those small villages that I showed you in the channel before, but here this place is it's quite nice, and it's relatively cheaper. I think here it's just 10,000 or 15,000. Then you for 1 square meter you can get this nice apartment to live. So go back to the tier system of the Chinese cities. I think so. Second tiers are the like capital cities of the provinces, and the third tier cities are like we call it like 地级市. So it's the city is not in capital, but it still got like populations. So maybe give you some examples for the third tier city. Really hard to pop in mind. I think I'm not really sure. Like here in Jiangsu province, maybe Wuxi is the third tier city, but Wuxi is really well organized. I mean, and maybe this area, like close to this city, there's another city called Changzhou. Changzhou is another like third tier city. So this place, Liyang, is the city. It has like almost 100,000 people living in this city, but this one is supposed and categorized into fourth tier city. And but in this what I'm talking about is the Jiangsu province and the Zhejiang province. These two provinces are very rich compared to the other province. I mean, Guangdong province and the Fujian province, maybe they are also similar as here, but I mean, since Shanghai is the metropolitan and the economical center of the entire country, so Jiangsu province and Zhejiang province, they are like a surrounding of the Shanghai megacity. And so my family is from, actually my grandpa is from Ningbo, so it is another like third tier city. But you know, during the old time, like we did have a lot of like people doing business from the Zhejiang province to the Shanghai city, because Shanghai is like some kind of how do you call it? It's a migration place. Shanghai is a migration place actually. During the Qing dynasty, before that, it was like a small fishing village. But after like the open up for the Qing dynasty, Shanghai became the economical of the Far East, center of the Far East. So like businessmen bring the fortune and the money came to Shanghai city doing business. So the first like batches of the immigrants are from Zhejiang province with fortune, and Ningbo is one of the biggest place that exported a huge population to Shanghai. And my grandpa and also my grandma was from another area but close to Ningbo. It's called Zhenghai. So Zhenghai now is a district of Ningbo city. So yeah, so maybe you guys already find this place is quite chill and really big. It's vast. It's like hectares of like high apartment buildings like this one. It's very tall. It's like a 31 stores or something. But I mean, for a normal people, the price here in a fourth tier city, it is very affordable. I mean, at least for me as a middle class in China, I can afford like 10-20k for 1 square meter. If I want to buy like 100 square meter, I just need to pay like 2 millions to afford that. So maybe I can even buy a bigger one. But you know, if in the Shanghai city, it's really hard for you to afford such kind of property. Why? Because in Shanghai, the price of per square meter of apartment is really high. I can give you some kind of figure. Here you pay like 20k is the maximum, and the really awesome, well renovated, decorated local community. But But if in Shanghai, if you pay like so like my apartment, it's a apartment not that old. It was built during the 90s, between the 90s and the 2000th century, and now it costs 60,000 for 1 square meter. So I'm living approximately like 100 square meter. It will cost you like 6 million RMB or even more, because you need to consider those fees and all those kind of things. But it's not as new and as well organized as this one. So I mean, so as I said in the earlier of this video, and if you want to afford a similar place in Shanghai, then probably you have to prepare at least 10 millions of RMB, or maybe sometimes some like a good location. Good location, I mean close to the city center, downtown Shanghai, you have to pay 20 or 30 million. So that's what I'm going to say. And maybe I'm going to get out of the local neighborhood and show you some of the like street sceneries and street views of fourth tier city. I think it will be interesting, and I'm also very curious because I have been here like got this one. We got the key of this one like 2 years ago, because I'm living like in Sweden all the time, except this year because of the pandemic I have to come back and stay here. But every time when I came here, it was winter, it was cold, and I was like you know, just like went to restaurant and had some kind of food massages, because my wife loves that. But I didn't like has the mood, or this has the emotion, or has the curiosity to explore a fourth tier city. But because I'm doing YouTube now, became like more and more curiosity to all of those kind of things. So now I'm going to get out of the place and show you guys, and see you in next video.